in Kwadibonin district.
Yes, I thought, yeah.
But you don't speak Mandingo. Why?
No.
Why?
Because maybe.
You say you're so clever, but you don't speak Mandingo and you teach Mandingo people.
I don't. I don't want it.
Why?
Because it's not about I'm a law man.
Yeah, but the Mandingo people accept you to teach their children.
No.
Do you teach them Loma?
Excuse me.
Do you teach them Loma?
Excuse me.
Do you teach them Loma?
No.
Why?
Because
Loma and English almost the same. They sound the same.
ENGLS is what I'm.
Another day, another moment. The 3rd day of February 2025. The seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, millennia, no, century, millennia are moving, and we continue to move with them. But we hold these truths to be self-evident that all human beings are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. My name is Julius J. I am right here till later.
But you never know that this is the conclusion. No chance, no hope for those who kept it a-going. Cause you never know that the truth was showing. And if you live in a glass house, don't truth.
We have a lot to talk about.
And if you can't take those, brother, don't throw.
And we will be here to talk the talk. County meet has come to an end. We'll talk a bit about that and so many other important issues to the country. Ministry of Justice and Transport saga, CBL, different initiatives of the government. We are also following the Ministry of Post and Telecommunications. We are compiling a whole lot, maybe by tomorrow. We'll come down. Things are happening all over. No call as well. we continue to watch internationally U.S. government's blistering move against aid sends shock waves across the continent. Liberia is of no exception. My name is Julius J. Indisputably the biggest thing on radio anywhere in Liberia at this time. House of Representatives saga as well. So a whole lot is ongoing. We are here, and we continue to follow and follow and follow and follow. U.S. President Donald Trump has said he will cut all future funding to South Africa over allegations that it was confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. Last month, President Cyril Ramaphosa signed into law a bill that allows land seizures without compensation in certain circumstances. Land ownership has long been a contentious issue in South Africa, with most private farmland owned by white people 30 years after the end of the racist system of apartheid. The Democratic Republic of Congo has called on Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and Paris Saint-Germain to end their blood-stained sponsorship deals with Visit Rwanda amid a worsening humanitarian crisis in the country. The appeal comes as M23 rebels captured Goma, the largest city in eastern DR Congo, while the United Nations Refugee Agency estimates more than 400,000 people have been forced from their homes this year. A group of UN experts maintains the Rwandan army is in de facto control of M23 rebels. And Mozambican authorities have assured thousands of refugees who fled to Malawi following the recent post-election unrest that peace has been restored in their country and that they are welcome to return home. Officials from Mozambique's Institute of Disaster Management Affairs made the comment Friday during a visit to the Nyamitutu refugee camp in Sanje district, which hosts asylum seekers from Mozambique. We're live on Facebook. We're also live on our YouTube page. Follow us and on any of those platforms. Be well informed. And of course, a whole lot of you are following the OK conversation right now. Right here. Share the video, invite others to join in. I have an interesting voice. I hope the boy has. Please find out from that boy. He can even play it through that system. Yeah, I want to listen to that. Very interesting, but we will do that after the fact check. I hope he has that ready. After the fact check. We'll do that. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us where you were following from. I have some very, very interesting stuff. The job interview. Okay, now let's take this break with some of our sponsors right now. We encourage you to do business with OKFM. Come and advertise do all of those here, and that'll be okay. That'll be very good, isn't it?
Liberia, the sun is shining, and so are your opportunities to enjoy 24 hours current with Funny Brothers Corporation Solar Solution. Why let the power of the sun go to waste when you can make use of it to generate current for your home, business, or community? With our state-of-the-art solar panels, you will enjoy 24 hours uninterrupted power, reliable energy, a greener, cleaner Liberia. Funny Brothers Corporation Solar Solution offers top quality, durable, and affordable solar panels designed for Liberia's sunny climate. So why wait? Call us today on 0772 262584 or visit our showroom, Claratown or Umako Building adjacent the RB Bank. Funny Brothers Corporation Solar Solution. Let's power your future with the sun together.
The Banking Institute of Liberia, the training arm of the Liberia's Bankers Association and the Central Bank of Liberia, announces the commencement of its professional training program in the following categories. Professional development training. This targets graduate and seniors and degree holders. Courses we offered include microfinance, banking and finance, public accounting and finance, audit and internal controls, procurement and supply chain management, monitoring and evaluation, compliance and corporate risk management, work planning and report writing, office administration and organization management, customer service and human resource management, project planning and management, and computerized accounting, which includes QuickBooks, Excels, and Tally. Duration for this program is 3 months. Tuition is just US $275. The second program covers business development training. The Banking Institute of Liberia also offers training for high school graduates and college students in small business development and management and microfinance management. Duration for this program is just 2 months. Tuition stands at $205. All of our fees are payable in 3 installments. Training program at the Banking Institute of Liberia are facilitated by bank executives and financial experts. BRL is committed to providing professional training to all of its clients at international standards. For more information, visit the Institute's office on Warren and Kerry Street's intersection in the old Microfinance building of the Central Bank of Liberia. Banking Institute of Liberia, the Center of Excellence in Banking and Financial Management Training.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
Join us for an unforgettable evening of romance and elegance Saturday, February 15, 2025, starting at 5 p.m. till the break of dawn at Silver Beach in Duazon. Come and experience a sumptuous 3-course meal cooked by executive chef James Mabukawa from the UK. For romantic entertainment, relax to live music from our band and special performances from DJ M2 from the UK. T-Light, the board that made the Bassa people dance, and your MC, feature Doe. Ticket prices: petrol 100 USD, couples 50 USD, single 30 USD. Guest house and lodging are also available. For reservation, call us at +231 777 443 322 or +004 4798 4330 410. February 15, 2025, Saturday at Silver Beach in Duazon.
Welcome back. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. Let's take our fact check now.
Good day and welcome to the fact check segment. So this segment debunks disinformation and it provides the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. Today we will be fact checking claims made in the last couple of days. On February 1, Martin K. Nkoli, he claimed in a Facebook post that only 12.5% of the government of Liberia's US $851 million national budget accounts for the Public Sector Investment Plan or PSRP for fiscal year 2025. Martin made a claim to pinpoint why the Boakite administration should be worried about President Donald Trump's move to freeze forgery aid, arguing that Liberian government is not doing half of USA's 232 ongoing projects in the country. To verify the allocations towards the Public Sector Investment Plan in the 2025 budget, we review page 6 of the draft budget on the website of the Ministry of Finance. A review of the document shows that out of US $851 million budget, 12.5% or US $106 million accounts for public sector investment. This means the claim made by Martin K. Nkoli is correct. On January 27, President Joseph Boakai, in his second State of the Nation address, he claimed that his administration had increased the agricultural budget by over 200% compared to previous years. President Boakai highlighted this increase as an important part of the government's strategy to strengthen agribusiness and foster employment. To verify this claim, we reviewed the budget for 2023, 2024 and 2025 as published by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. A review of the budgets found that in 2023, the Agriculture Ministry received 5.4 million, while in 2024, the allocation rose to 8.8 million, and in 2025, the budget allocation further increased to 15.2 million. A calculation based on these figures confirmed that the budget allocation for the Agriculture Ministry saw an increase beyond 200% over the previous years. Based on the research conducted, we conclude that a claim made by President Joseph Boakai that his administration has increased the agricultural budget by over 200% is correct. Still with the State of the Nation address, President Joseph Boakai also claimed that 42% of Liberia's population still lacks basic toilet facilities. He made this statement while discussing ongoing sanitation challenges and highlighting his administration efforts to improve public health over the past year. To fact-check this claim, we reviewed the 2022 census report from the Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services, LICHIS, and it reveals that 32.2% of Liberia's population lacks access to basic toilet facilities. Meanwhile, a review of the 2023 UNICEF Country Office Annual Report reveals that 32% of Liberia's population practice open defecation. In addition, the World Bank reported in 2024 that nearly 40% of Liberia's population practices open defecation in its Climate and Development Report for Liberia. This number represents Liberians who lack basic toilet facilities. Based on these findings, we conclude that President Boakai's claim that 42% of Liberians lack basic toilet facilities is mostly correct. Since the 2022 census report, which highlighted 32% of people lacking basic toilet facilities, there has been a growing trend in the number of people lacking access to basic toilet facilities across various reports. Well, this is all we have time for on the fact-checking segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Pram FM, and Cool FM to counter disinformation to help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this fact check segment. We will be back on Wednesday with more fact check reports to help you know the real facts. If you want us to fact check clean for you, please do not hesitate to send us a text to WhatsApp on 0777 556296 and we will check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, follow us on Twitter at LVL Fact Check, and go to our website for all of the fact check reports at www.localvoicesliberia.com. I am Siawe Miapu. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Our partners, Local Voices. Let's take something from. Yep. Let's take an interesting video quickly before we come back in studio.
Oh, welcome. Your name is Anand Javia.
No, sorry, it's pronounced Javier.
Where is the H?
Well, sir, it's said with the J, but it's pronounced.
Look at it again. You're Anand?
Yes.
This is your name?
Yes.
J?
Well, sir, it's silent.
No, I see J.
Yeah. But the J is silent, so we pronounce it Javier instead of Javier.
So instead of J, it is H, right?
Yes.
So did you come here to look for a job or a home?
Sir, I'm looking for a job.
No, but J is pronounced as H. We don't have home. We have a job.
Sir, it's just a name, sir. It doesn't really matter.
No. How do you pronounce J?
With an H for my name, yes. Javier.
So are you looking for a home?
No, sir. I'm looking for a job.
So you're Javier?
Yes, sir. I'm Javier.
Oh, welcome.
Okay, so
your name is
you just put another one there.
Javier.
No, sorry, it's pronounced Javier.
Where is the H?
Well, sir, it's said with the J, but it's pronounced.
Look at it again. You're Anand?
Yes.
This is your name?
Yes.
J?
Well, sir, it's silent.
No, I see J.
Yeah. But the J is silent, so we pronounce it Javier instead of Javier.
So instead of J, it is H, right?
Yes.
So did you come here to look for a job or a home?
Sir, I'm
Okay,
looking for a job.
just wrote it.
No, but J is pronounced as
Resolve
H.
conflict. Sir, I don't resolve conflicts.
See,
Conflict comes to me.
I wrote the
Then
other one,
only
wrote
I
the
deal
other
with
one.
it.
Can you
I
give me
read
an
the
example?
other one, the
Sir,
one
when my
about,
wife wants me to wash the dishes and she says, I am also working, you are to wash the dishes. And she says,
How do you resolve conflict?
No,
Sir, I
no,
don't
not that
resolve
one, not that
conflicts.
one. The other one.
conflict comes to me.
We play
Then
that
only
one.
I deal with it.
Can you give me an example?
Sir, when my wife wants me to
No,
wash the
not that
dishes
one.
and she says, I am also working, you are also working, we have equal responsibilities. You know what I do?
What?
I outsource it to a maid.
Oh, I didn't think about that actually.
And also when my wife complains that all the time you are watching football, when you will give time for me? You know what I did?
What?
I brought another TV. And now she can sit and watch her own programs on the TV.
Oh, that's actually
That is what is called thinking outside the box, sir.
yeah. I never thought of that. What about if you come home late at night at like 4 a.m. and she's angry at you?
I know, sir, you also have a similar problem.
No, this is an interview question. It has nothing to do with my life.
Sir. It happened to me a lot of times. You know what I did?
What?
I made her sit on the couch. I put some nice romantic music. Made her feel very relaxed. Gave her a little bit of massage. And then I went out again to have breakfast with my girlfriend.
What? Excuse me?
Exactly, sir. That is why now I live alone with my cat. But at least there is no conflicts.
We don't have hope. We have joy.
Sir, it's just a name, sir. It doesn't really matter.
No. How do you pronounce J?
With an H for my name, yes. Javier.
So are you looking for a hope?
No, sir. I'm looking for a job.
So you're Javier.
Yes, sir. I'm Javier.
Okay, shortly we'll bring you what we want to bring you as we rumble into the issues. Share the video, invite others to join in. Okay, this is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. A whole lot of things are happening. Okay. So the environmental.
Are you interested in working for this company?
Okay.
For money, sir.
That's the only reason that you want to work for us? Money?
Yes, sir, because I want to spend this money on people on my village. Also, I have a cat, a dog and a parrot who like to eat organic food.
Okay.
And it is very expensive, you know that.
Yeah.
And they eat more than me. Also, my girlfriend loves to do shopping and my wife likes to go on expensive vacations with her friends.
Okay.
And I have to sponsor it. So, in order to look after all these extracurricular activities, I need money.
All right, but we want someone who's motivated to actually grow with the company, who's actually willing to do great things. We don't want someone who's just fixated on money.
Let me ask you one question, sir.
Okay.
Why do you hire people in your company?
I mean, we hire people to make money.
Exactly.
No, but we also want people who can actually grow and who love the company.
Of course, sir. I will love the company. But the company also has to love the employee. As my father used to always say, don't ask what the employee will do for the company. Ask what the company will do for the employee.
Okay. Welcome back. Very interesting stuff right there. But welcome to the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. So the Environmental Protection Agency has launched a 5-year strategic plan aimed at strengthening environmental governance and promoting sustainable practices. The plan, which will run from 2025 to 2029, outlines a comprehensive approach to addressing pressing environmental issues, including climate change, biodiversity loss, and deforestation. Yep, we are living in an age of growing concerns about the climate, about the environment, actually. A whole lot of things that happen within the environment. And we're talking about the environment is where we live. It's everything about everything that is around us is the environment. If the environment is not okay for us to live, we are going to have issues. So a whole lot of actions we've taken over time as human beings, from year to year, from age to age, a whole lot of those things have had some impact on the environment, and of course resulting into the likes of climate change. I guess you notice I guess you've noticed today some kind of Hamilton kind of wind, that kind of chilly, dusty weather condition that leaves the lips dry earlier today. Usually that would be experienced December, January. But a whole lot of things. The raining patterns change. All of that. So all countries of the world are making efforts. And we're seeing how this is also going to play out. Yep, the Liberia Revenue Authority has launched what they call an innovative whistleblower platform aimed at strengthening the fight against tax evasion and enhancing the integrity of revenue collection. We'll talk about tax evasion is evading, to avoid, to run away from, to not do what you're supposed to do. Those who evade taxes, who try to run away from paying taxes, they've launched a system where people can be able to blow whistle. And whistleblowing is to say, oh, notice something, this person is doing this, that. Yep. The National Elections Commission of Liberia has also received an official notification from the Liberian Senate announcing a vacant seat in the 55th National Legislature. We all know the passing of Senator Prince Johnson happened in Nimba County. And of course, the political fervor, F-E-R-V-O-R, I didn't say fever, I said fervor. Those are two different words. Will be rising. In that country, people will be clamoring to replace the quite pivotal, significant, mercurial, consequential political figure of the county. People will be watching to see whom the governing party will field or support, because the governing party, the Unity Party, was heavily voted for in Nimba. And that will be a test case for them to show that they are still making the Nimba people happy. And so who they will field or support will be seen. People will also be watching out to see who the opposition, the major opposition, CDC, will field or support. There may be some key independent candidates there as well. Depending on the strength of the individual whom any of these sides will field, the political parties, the independent candidates and all of that, it could be a foreshadowing of the future. Is Prince Johnson still going to be significant in the election? Are people going to see him in somebody else, and they decide that we will follow this leaning because of this? How does the sacking of some people who express some views at the funeral, a very emotional moment, express views and were sacked from government, how is that going to play out? You know, all those kinds of things will be on the cards to see. So that will be something that we will be watching. Perhaps when we know whom the candidates will be as per the timetable of the National Elections Commission, we could move in to that county and run some on-the-spot hair count opinion polls and see what people will be thinking. But we'll see. Our colleagues at the Liberian Investigator published quite an interesting story. I want to see if we can get a little bit of it. Sir Joseph takes back buses from Montserrat County, leases them to ArcelorMittal. It is the headline of the Liberian investigator. Oh, these people can investigate. An investigation conducted by the Liberian investigator has established that the public buses brought into the country by Montserrat County Senator Sir Joseph have been moved to Nimba. Let's see if we can get him. My producer will come in now so he can listen to respond. So it says, an investigation conducted by the Liberian investigator has established that the public buses brought into the country by Montserrat County Senator Sir Joseph have been moved to Nimba County, where they are now being rented to ArcelorMittal AML for the senator's personal financial gain. The buses, once a symbol of affordable transportation for Montserrat residents under the slogan, "Let's make Montserrat great again," have vanished from the streets, leaving citizens grappling with transportation challenges. Several citizens, including students, market vendors, and workers, have raised deep concerns over the abrupt disappearance of the yellow school buses Senator Joseph imported to ease public transport. These buses were widely seen as a relief for struggling commuters, charging a flat $50 fare across the county. However, since the October 10, 2023 legislative and presidential elections, the buses have been missing from public spaces in Montserrat County. In response to growing concerns, the Liberian investigator embarked on a 2-day investigation to track down the missing buses. Findings revealed that these vehicles, originally presented as a public service initiative, have instead been relocated to Nimba County and are being rented to ArcelorMittal Liberia. Montserrat citizens decry transport hardships. Montserrat residents interviewed by the Liberian investigator on January 18, 2024 expressed frustration over the absence of the buses. Pastor William Gray Jr., a resident of Gardnersville, lamented the lack of affordable transport, noting that the buses have once made travel within the county easier. Since the election of President Joseph Boakai, I have not seen those buses plying the streets. Some said they were on the UL University of Liberia campus, but when I checked there, they were not there. Sarah Williams, a resident of Randall Street in Central Monrovia, echoed similar concerns, emphasizing how the bus's absence has increased transportation costs. We used to pay $50 Liberian to get anywhere in Montserrat. Now, taxes charge $150 Liberian, and people are struggling to find affordable transport, she said. Musa Bilete, not a representative of Girdler Street, recalled that his last sighting of one of the buses was in early 2024. It was a great help to the people, but now we are left to fend for ourselves in the chaotic transport system, he said. Criticism of Senator Joseph and political deception. Many citizens view the disappearance of the buses as a sign of political deception. Bility criticized politicians for failing to sustain initiatives that benefit the public. And this is what he said. Liberian politicians only care about their personal benefits. They use these projects to win votes and abandon them after elections. I will never vote for any senator or representative again. Matthias A. Riley, a student of Christian High School, added a leader should implement initiatives that last beyond elections. Senator Joseph started something good, but has now abandoned it. Calls for accountability and transparency. The executive director of the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia, Central Anderson Dimiame, emphasized the need for accountability. Speaking to the Liberian investigator, he said Senator Joseph was highly engaged with the public during the Weah administration, but that has changed under the current government. The buses were meant to serve Montserrat, yet they have been removed from the county. Miame questioned the origins of the funds used to procure the buses and called for greater scrutiny. Lawmakers should not be the ones running public transportation. This is where corruption emerges. If he used legitimate funds, why can't he continue the service? It's a very long one. Okay, let me go down. Government's role in public transportation. While individual politicians may continue to contribute to public services, Miami stressed that the government has the ultimate responsibility to provide sustainable transport solutions. He called on the Buakai administration to enhance public transportation while urging Senator Joseph to clarify the status of the buses. These buses were supposed to help the people. Their disappearance must be addressed. Background on the buses. Senator Joseph imported 10 buses from the United States in August 2022, reportedly spending over $10,000 per unit. At the time, he handed operational control to then Monserrato Superintendent Florence Brandy, pledging that fares will remain low to ease citizens' burdens. The senator claimed that proceeds from the buses will fund maintenance, pay staff salaries, and support local community initiatives. Buses rented to ArcelorMittal. Further investigation by the Liberian investigator established that Senator Joseph is currently leasing the same buses to ArcelorMittal, Liberia, in Nimba County. This revelation has fueled public outcry, with citizens questioning the senator's commitment to public service. When contacted for comment on the whereabouts of the buses, Senator Joseph did not respond, despite multiple follow-ups. The Liberian investigator sent the senator the following questions via WhatsApp Messenger on January 25, 2025. Good morning, Senator Joseph. My name is Blambo Ento, assigned reporter to the Liberian Senate by the Liberian investigator. Sir, I'm currently seeking a one-on-one in person or via mobile phone interview with you, possibly today, to make a follow-up on an investigation I've been doing for over 2 weeks now. Below are the questions. 1. Senator Joseph, why are the buses you introduced to address transportation challenges in Monserrato no longer operating in the county? 2. Reports indicate that these buses are now in Nimba, rented to ArcelorMittal. Can you confirm this and explain the reason for their relocation? 3. The buses were meant to serve the public in Monserrato. How do you justify their current use in a private venture? 4. Are you personally benefiting financially from the alleged rental of the buses to ArcelorMittal? And if so, how are these funds being managed? So, that is that. According to the Liberian investigator, there are still no responses from the senator. Also, we are making efforts to get him as well. Making effort as well to get him. We're not getting him. So, it is an interesting conversation here. Yeah, I'm sure people are not seeing those buses. So it will be important. The senator has to respond. We don't want to say much yet. We want to hear from him. These questions are important. We only saw it as an interesting story. So yeah, but we will watch. We are watching, and we'll see exactly how this is playing out or going to play out. Now, we told you about some moves in Washington that are going to have some effect on what happens further afield in Africa and other countries around the world. So, the one they can say, we are inside. We are really, 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 really inside. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and all these people are making moves to say the U.S. government is spending too much. They are trying to cut down expenditure. So even earlier today, staff with the U.S. Agency for International Development were told to stay out of the Washington headquarters. Elon Musk is even talking about shutting down USAID. I don't know whether the executive in the U.S. can independently do that without legislative input and all of that. But Trump is moving. Trump is trumping, and he's moving. These are things he talked about in campaign, as a matter of fact. Part of the United States creating its hegemony, having a whole lot of power and say in the world, is its ability to be of help to other countries around the world. You know, when you can give to people, you become influential over them. So part of U.S. foreign policy to have dominant roles and controls in countries was necessarily to ensure that the powers of the United States were observed overseas. I don't know what they're trying to do. Are they trying to push these different governments around the world to come back groveling at the feet of the United States and exhibit more control as Trump over these countries so that they can know if America will dole out some help again? So they can know, yeah, it's coming from the Trump administration, and thereby exert more pressure, more control, more influence over these countries. We do not know. But these are supposed to be on 3-month suspensions. And so we'll see what comes out of it. What that also says to us is people cannot and will not perpetually continue to just help you and help you and help you and help you. When you have the ability, the wherewithal, you should also have the technical know-how to help yourself. That's why God assigned all of us to different parts of the earth, gave us different resources, and put human beings, the most significant resource, the human beings in each country. How we utilize them as governments, the policies that we make. And later on, when I'm talking certain other things, we'll realize. I just need to pass that by. Before we get into the very, very major talking points, we also want to say congratulations to Lofa County with a very heavy heart. Congratulations. But they were good. They really you know, they were good. They played some very good games, some very good football, had some very serious wins. So we say congratulations to Lofa County. Even though they won the tournament, but Maryland won our hearts. You know, Maryland won. We say sorry to Grange that they did well. They reached the final for a very long time. You know, they reached finals. They were able to come from Zulu Whiskey this time around. We say congratulations to them. But Maryland won our hearts. A predominantly homegrown, home-based team, young people. We are going to remain engaged to ensure that next year the necessary is going to happen. Congratulations to Basso as well for winning the kickball category. Congratulations to Bassa. We also say congratulations to Lofa again for winning the basketball category. I think did I see that it was their first time winning basketball? Yeah. So congratulations to Lofa. Yeah, they were. Someone said, but who's supposed to win your heart? Yeah, Maryland won our hearts. They did well to reach out to the semi-final. That was good. We didn't even have time for that third place match they played on yesterday. We hope we can always try to do the best. You know, that's why any aspect of life should not be overlooked. People who overlook footballers, overlook football, who mad football and blah, blah, blah. I always tell you people, you see, life, you see, God made life And this is why in the Bible, I don't know why it says in other books, they say God worked day, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6. On day 7 he rested. Yeah? You see, every aspect of life is important. You can't just think that life is just serious according to your perception. Serious. Everything in life, serious. You need time to stress free. You need entertainment in life. The fullness of life is not just you work. You work. That's why people go for leave. That's why people travel. You entertain yourself. You make yourself feel good. Anyways, that will be for another day. Now, so we also saw the foreign minister. Okay. We also saw pictures of the foreign minister with the Burkinabe president. Yo, foreign minister of the Burkinabe president, and I was like, what are we looking for with cool people again? People who we are still fighting where to put it, you know. They say they don't want to be part of Africa, but interestingly we are hobnobbing with them as Liberia. I don't know what our intention, our missions, whatsoever it is, but it is concerning. We hope we can hear from them very soon. What are we doing with Burkina Faso? So they posted Her Excellency Madam Sarah Beslo Nyanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Liberia, met today with His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, Head of State of Burkina Faso, on behalf of His Excellency President Joseph Nyumo Boakai. The high-level engagement focused on strengthening regional peace and security. Her Excellency Minister Beslo Nyanti also used the opportunity to seek Burkina Faso's support for Liberia's candidacy for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council for 2026-2027 term. Liberia's bid represents a historic opportunity for the country to amplify its voice in the maintenance of international peace and security and meaningfully contribute to the resolution of issues of global concerns. During the visit, the Minister of Foreign Affairs also proposed a meeting in Monrovia, Liberia, of the Alliance of Saharan States to further discuss regional peace and security, a proposal that was positively received by His Excellency Captain Traore. Maximizing the opportunity of the visit, the Presidential Special Envoys on Investment and Tourism hosted a private sector roundtable with Burkinabe investors who expressed interest in visiting Liberia to explore potential business and investment opportunities. Okay, well, yeah, but they want on regional peace and all of that. Well, Liberia has been a major player from time past up to present. We know that these countries have left ECOWAS. ECOWAS still leaves the door open whether they are using Liberia to still get to them, and all these kinds of discussions. You can look at that with their involvement with Russia, and all those kinds of things, and the way the US is also shaping up. We could be in for very interesting times. As a country, you want to be a little bit careful how you befriend people who overthrew governments. Yeah, they overthrew their government. and they are in power. You want to be careful how you get around those kinds of people. I'm a man. They overchew. And how do they make that kind of behavior to translate into your own country? That's why it's be careful how you befriend these kinds of people. It could be for the better, it could also be for the worse. But we trust that our officials know well. So hopefully it will not be an issue. So we've also told you that we've been following a whole lot of things. Sorry. They say unpleasant sound in my background. That's what someone is saying. I don't know, but our technical man is looking at that. I think one of the videos still playing. Okay. I hope it is okay. I hope we have resolved that. I hope our technical people have resolved that. So, where do we go? Do you all remember when this whole 10U thing was happening? CBL, suspension of people and all those kinds of things. People in 10U positions being removed. There were things that I said then. Again, looking at the law, I said that we were going to be in for very rough, interesting times with 10 people if they were removed not in accordance with law, due process. The government could be placed in a position that they will pay two persons the same money for doing one work that one person is doing. I was saying that these 10 new people who have these kinds of jobs that are tenured and they are paid everything attached to it, their benefits, if you remove them in a way you're not supposed to, you will have to pay them for their own expired term. Now, and my argument then was that if you put someone else there to act or to serve the role and you remove the person when their time is not finished and it wasn't done in accordance with law, then the new person that is coming in that is working, you will be paying them. But you also be paying the person who is being let go. Now, I refer to that as wasting resources, very much needed resources. It was not about being in favor of or against anybody then, and it's still not the case. But we have come exactly, that's why I can refer to myself as prophetic journalist. Because sometimes we look into the future and see God tells some of us that, say it like this, my son. They say I'm coming in low. Yeah, please check the thing out. Please ask him if it is okay now. Someone asked me if I'm truly happy with this year's post. But am I supposed to be? Whether I'm happy, I'm not happy, it doesn't matter. I'm not happy because I wanted Maryland to win and Maryland didn't win it. So I'm not happy, but does it matter? It doesn't. What? My happiness doesn't matter. The people who play better won. And I get it up open and they go kicking and go give what you talking about. I was not even for anybody to win. So you know. So I said So I felt the way the Talu thing happened, you know. The former CBL governor, the way it happened, and we read all of the laws. So I'm going back to all that plenty thing. I just want to bring you into the present where we are. And why people are not saying it is a corrupt process. No. for government to pay off people in tenure position is not corruption. Let me that one clear. It is not corruption. No. For government to negotiate and pay off people is not corruption. However, it is imprudent. It is an unwise way of applying the resources. That's the issue. So, for example, in Europe, the coaches that have these fake stuff, when the team sacks them, they pay them off. They aspire to employ a new coach. That's what happens in these kinds of contracts. Here are a few things that could happen that I said then, and I will say again. When you come to power, you have these people in these tenured positions. You should choose to work with them. The first option is to choose to work with them, as a new government until that time can finish. Somehow 1 year, 1 year and a half, 2 years. I think the maximum of anybody could be 3 years. Right? You choose to work with them until their time finishes. And you appoint whosoever. Within that time, the government can choose to detenurize the positions that they think should not. We are wanted to do it. Then the Unity Party in opposition and the opposition came up very strongly against it. Imperial presidency and blah blah blah. The only places they wanted to continue with tenure were GSC, were NEC, I don't know people, LACC, and I think the CBL. Yeah, everywhere else they wanted to remove the tenures from there because it was not necessary. It didn't go through. So Mr. Talu was suspended and others. Did they have issues at the CBL, as the other report shows? Maybe. They did run it better than before. Yeah, the CBL was not politicized. It was not political. They were not doing all those kinds of things. The new person appointed to act, is he good enough? Yeah, a very good banker with an excellent track record at one of the local banks here. In fact, American-owned local Liberian bank. He ran it from the grass to a very gracious level. After having served in his employers for years and then became the CEO there and all of that. So yeah, he did an excellent job. So no question about his experience, education, and track record to be the head of the Central Bank of Liberia. So this whole cloud created around both those going out and those coming in, it was unnecessary. It was not okay. So the one option was work with the people that are there, their time finish, and you appoint those you want to appoint. Perfect, easy, no issues. The other option, if it is true that there were concerning issues in the other report, leave the people, let them be there. Let LACC, Justice Ministry, start to investigate those issues in the audit report. The Senate, the Public Accounts Committee, all those people do whatever they are supposed to do their recommendations. LACC start to investigate and see. Now, when they're investigating you, it was some very terrible reports that come from your entity, and say, no, they are onto me, you also will decide to resign. In that case, now the government will not need to pay you. In fact, in governance, where politics really plays in governance, you the one that will come to the negotiating table. Yeah, that's how sometimes it happens. You say, the way this thing works, I'm just tired of this whole thing. I think, let me just go. Because if you want to go, then we're not paying you off, and blah blah blah. The negotiations will happen. Yeah, you agree, say for your freedom, you just go. The government is not paying you off. That one now, you come to the negotiation table. But because those things did not happen and certain actions were taken hastily, and then the man went to court, and it seems he was going to have the upper hand, and the government could not perpetually be having a very good and experienced banker to continuously serve as acting governor of the central bank, and that a proper appointment needs to be made. And of course, without resolving that issue, they had to come to the negotiating table to pay him off the 300 plus K. Yeah, it is authentic, it's true. Last we received those documents, way before people even started publishing. 374,000. If he was going to be central bank governor until the time his time will expire, I think it would have been even more. I think they begged him to, because of what the governor earns, the benefits and all those kinds of things, it may have been more than that 374,000, but they resolved to agree upon it. Yeah, that's how it happened. Because again, the kind of wisdom required to be applied to have solved this matter did not play to the full. People were being more political, were being more hasty to take certain decisions. So at the end of the day, you make the country to pay two persons the same money for one person doing the work. 374,000. One person is supposed to get it. 374,000 US dollars. Now, some of you don't understand this. Let me break $374,000 down to you. 1,000 US dollars. Some of you listening to me, you have not. This is not to demean you, but it is the reality. You have never held 1,000 US dollars by yourself to hold it and say, yeah, that's your own money here. $1,000 one time to hold it. Allah, or that you are talking. Plenty of you listening to me, no. You hold $1,000 here for it to be for you. Yeah, I mean, get it 1,000 US dollars. I know what I'm talking. Yeah. Yeah. It's not easy to be in Liberia. Yeah, $1,000 to be for you. So listen. Now 1,000 US dollars, you check 1,000 US dollars, you put it on. You check another 1,000, you put it on. You check another, I'm breaking it down in Liberian parlance. Everybody understand. Yeah, you check another 1,000, you put it on. When you check the 1,000, when you reach to 100, so 100, 1,000, that is called 100,000 US dollars. So the $1,000 one, $1,000 two, $1,000 three, four, five, six, blah 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 blah, 90, 91, 92, blah blah blah, 99, 100. So 1,100 or 1,000, and what we call 100,000. You put that one down, then you take another 100,000 of 1,000, 100,000, and you put it on 200,000. Then you go for another 100,000, 300. You put it on 300,000. Then you take the 74 now, the 74. So you check 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. You check 1,000, put in another 1,000. You check until you reach to 74, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. 74,000. That's not corruption. But he was going to get that money if he was going to be CBL boss until the time finish. Then that one person was going to receive it. But in this case now, two persons receiving that money there because of the thing. So the man will not be working again. Not working, doing nothing. But he take a B because of contract. And they got to negotiate with him to take him. People in the bank, even in private sector, at the highest levels in the banks, they can pay them plenty of money because they're playing with money. Playing with money. So the rationale behind that is that they make big decisions about money. They play people money, so they try to pay them well. I'm talking about the low level people. I can be in the. I'm talking about the CEOs, the managers, and the deputies. They can try to pay them well. In the case of CBO too, even though I saw the senators expressing some concerns about their pay and benefits and all that, yeah, the country can look into that. But I'm just telling you what the reality is. So that's why we are at where we are. So I put on Facebook the other day. I multiplied the 374,000 by LD. I try to put in LD. So try to put that money in LD. Here we try to educate. We try to be as balanced as possible. So there are 374,000. I use a rate of 198. I multiply. So when you change all that money to LD, that's 74 million, 52,000 LD. Million, 174. Yeah, I hate it. Okay, so someone confirming that they have not received 1,000 USD on their own, but I think I'm talking that true. I think I'm anybody now. 1,000 anything I joke. Big you. So that's why it is. If that had not happened, that plenty of money there. That's more money, plenty by plenty. It could be used for different things, whether in health, in education. Yeah, the country here needs 1 million, a little over 1 million to bring the things that AU gave the army, 20 million US dollars worth of equipment. We still can't bring it. I be telling people, I said money in this country. Money here, we can be at the money here. It's just the prudent, the